many people in the room are engineers of some type? That's awesome. So like, what's awesome about that is that if you think about the companies in the last 20 years, every big success was founded and still run by an engineer. Like Microsoft, Amazon, Apple. Like that's like a lot of times people will tell you that you need to find a business guy to help you run your idea. You don't. Like you could be the business guy as well. So I think that a good example of that is our next speaker, which is David Shaner, who recently graduated from NC State, chemical engineering degree, if I'm correct in that, and started the company Offline Media that actually just went through Triangle Startup Factory out in Durham. And one of the first times I met David, he was out in the front of American Tobacco campus. I was walking there for a meeting, and he's like, "Hey, can I sign you up?" And I'm like, "What? Like, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Here, I got my computer right here. I want to sign you up for our site. It'll take you like 5 seconds, and we'll give you like a piece of pizza." And I'm like, I don't want any pizza, but I'll sign up. And so he's actually out there getting people to sign up. Like that's awesome, and that's what I think. That's what it takes to be successful. So I'm interested to hear your story.
Thank you, James. It's an interesting format. I hope everybody can see. So as James said, I studied chemical engineering right here at NC State, and I spent the majority of my 5 years at State right here on Centennial campus. And when I think back on my journey from chemical engineering over to software entrepreneurship, there's kind of a big gap there. There's 3 teachable moments, I guess, that stick out to me as things I'd like to share with you guys today. The first one was back in March of 2011. And in March of 2011, the way that I saw the world completely, irreversibly changed. And it wasn't because I got hit by lightning, it wasn't because I suddenly found Jesus, it wasn't because I got married. I just signed up for a class. And it's a class that a lot of you guys here are familiar with. It's called the Engineering Entrepreneurship Program. And before I signed up for the Engineering Entrepreneurship Program, when I looked at the world, I saw a set of problems and inefficiencies to just whine and complain about. But something about signing up for that class made me feel like suddenly I was empowered to solve those problems. Somebody much more clever than me said that some people see clouds and other people see a chance to sell umbrellas. The EEP turned me into an umbrella salesman. So, you know, when I'm sitting at my desk and I've got back pain from hunching over my computer, all of a sudden that's an opportunity for a new chair company. Or if I'm at the gym working out, that's an opportunity for a new fitness company. And when I saw how much trouble people had interacting with the community around them, that was an opportunity to start offline. And that's literally how I got into entrepreneurship. I wasn't tinkering in my parents' basement. I wasn't building software until midnight. I just decided to sign up for a class that changed the way I saw the world and allowed me to find a problem that really grabbed me by the heart. The second moment is about a year later. So now it's May of 2012. I've been working on offline for a year, and I've kind of hit the end of the runway. You know, it's something that you guys are going to experience soon. It's graduation, and I've got this choice to make, right? On one hand, I've got this company offline that I'm kind of in love with, but it's just a company. You know, it's a set of mock-ups. There's no customers. There's no revenue. On the other hand, I've got a job offer from Procter & Gamble. So great company, pay off my student debt, make a career move, you know, that whole spiel. And I'll never forget, like, not being able to make that decision. It's all the angst and, you know, trying to go back and forth between these 2 different options. And one day I was at home in Burlington. It's about 45 minutes away from here. I was sitting on my parents' couch all by myself. I had my head in my hands, and I was asking myself over and over, what do I want to be when I grow up? What do I want to be when I grow up? Like, what career do I want to have? And like a light bulb went off in my mind, and I realized I was asking myself the wrong question. What I wanted to be when I grew up did not matter at all. What mattered is who I want to be when I grow up. Who? Did I want to be the type of person that looked back on my 23-year-old self and said, God, I wish I would have done that? Or do I want to be the type of person that looks back and says, I'm really, really glad that I did? And that day I realized I did not want to work for Procter & Gamble. The third moment comes on the heels of the second. It's about a month later. And I'm on the way to Durham to meet with this guy named Adam Klein. A lot of you guys, I see some familiar faces that know Adam. I'll never forget how nervous I was. I wish he was here to hear this story. I was really nervous driving to meet with Adam because, you know, he worked for the Durham Chamber and he kind of orchestrated a lot of the entrepreneurial community in Durham. And I'd never met the guy. I was introduced to him via email. I'm on my way to meet him, and I've literally got this notepad propped up against the steering wheel. I'm scribbling notes about how to explain my company because I'm afraid I'm going to get there. He's going to look at me and tell me I'm an idiot and go back home. I'm scribbling notes in the car, I'm scribbling notes in the coffee shop, I'm scribbling notes until the moment he gets there. And we talk, and at the end of the meeting, I'll never forget, he looked me right in the eye and he said, "What can I do to help you be successful?" And I had no idea what to say, absolutely no idea what to say. But what I learned that day, and what I want you guys to know, is that there's so many people here in the Triangle, especially in the entrepreneurial ecosystem, that want nothing more than for idiots like me to be successful. And it's really up to us to get up off our ass and just go talk to those people. So to recap, I got into entrepreneurship totally by accident. I stayed in it because I didn't want to be a grumpy old man. And I owe 99% of my success to much smarter people like Dave and Chris and Adam Klein, and people that have helped mentor me. So more than happy to talk to you guys about the rest of the journey. Thanks.